So when it comes to the financial side of things, that's kind of where we come in. And based off of the data that I have been pulling, it does appear that you need our services. No worries. The first thing that I want to do is get you set up with an account. Okay. And I know that you have had business partners work with us, but you yourself have never worked with our firm before. Okay. So I just kind of like to draw up a little bit of a draft. I have my page here, and then I have my assistant kind of enter in all these notes, and we can refer back to this meeting. Okay, so the name of your business is the important details here. And okay, so as you and I both know, it is November, and you are not on track to meet that goal, but no problem. There's always next year, and we will have you poised to meet that goal, okay? Okay, so set that up. And we have a different consultant who kind of focuses more on that sort of thing. I'm kind of here to iron out the inefficiencies money-wise, okay? So, the first thing that really stood out to me, by the way, I did get your receipts. Thank you so much for bringing those. A really big inefficiency that I've seen is that you have 8 employees. So, is there possibly a reason for all of these accounts that makes sense? Maybe some information I'm not seeing here. No. Okay, so we are going to close 7 of those accounts. Okay. Now we don't really have the numbers yet on how much that's going to save you, but I'm showing that if you are filling this amount of orders that you have here roughly in a month, and okay, that you should be saving about $4,000 a year if we just bring it down to one account. Okay, so that is excellent news. It could be a little bit more, it could be a little bit less. Something that I've also noticed is that a lot of shipping is going to the city that we're currently in and surrounding cities, and with the method being expedited. Is there a big sense of urgency to receive those items on your customer's end? Okay. I truly understand, but contractually, you have been obligated to a set shipping fee, so you are actually losing money by shipping expedited to these clients here. And with them being in the area, it really should only be taking 1 to 2 business days to reach them. So if you're shipping second day air, it would get to them in the same amount of time as if you were shipping ground. Okay. Now, do you have somewhat of a storefront to allow people to pick up? Okay, that's totally fine. We don't really recommend or advise against having that sort of thing if you're not comfortable with having people do pickups, and it's just easier on the accounting end to not do that. Then it's not something that you need to do. Okay. So, let's see here. I know, working off of last month's numbers, I see we had a total of 24 orders that were shipped expedited. Okay, there we go. So that is our shipping cost there off of this report, and then I see how much you actually made off of shipping was about half. So about $300 expense. So if we're combining that, here are $4,300 just now that we've been able to kind of find, and we'll make adjustments, and this is money that will save you monthly. Okay, now I see here we'll be referring back to this report that you gave me. I do appreciate that. Yes. Okay. I kind of wanted to go over the receipts next. Okay. If you would like for me to slow down or kind of go over these things more in depth, please stop me. Okay. Oh, this is a jelly jar, or it formerly was, and now it is my coffee mug. Yes, we have actually saved money by switching to jelly jars. As you know, we do own a jelly factory. So anything that doesn't pass our standards, we kind of use them for drinking cups. We don't really talk about smuckers here. If you could lower your voice, if anyone else were to hear you, I don't think they would like that. trend of purchases here. And what that trend is, there is spending going on. This is a receipt for tissue paper. Do you use that in your packaging? Okay. Have you thought of purchasing tissue paper through potentially wholesale avenues rather than buying them from CVS or your local pharmacy? Typically, pharmacies will charge you more money. Okay. So I am going to get you set up with a wholesale dealer. And I understand you will need to buy more upfront, but it's going to save you a lot of money. So here is their number. And when you call, if you could ask for Tabitha Johnson. She is our favorite rep to work with, and she is going to, work with you, work with what you've got, and then over time, she can potentially reach out to you with higher discounts. It's not guaranteed, but if you do reach out to her, you can get a 25% off if you reference that you are using our services, okay? Okay. Is there also a reason that you are using tissue paper rather than other packaging materials? Okay. We can discuss that with the head of that kind of department or area. And which employee do we need to have a meeting with in regards to that? Okay, so let's see. We will reach out to Bill and Sarah, so they're both in charge of the same job. Okay, so we may need to discuss that. And I am looking. So 2 salaries for 1 job. Okay. So I see here that you are paying them roughly $40,000 annually each. That is $80,000 a year on this one position. Now, according to the market, this position is averaged to be about 65. So if you wanted to be a little bit more competitive in that sort of market to kind of bring in good talent, you can potentially reassign Bill or Sarah to a new job with a pay increase to the other. We have definitely tested that pay increases to boost work morale. You get more out of people, and they are kind of willing to put in a little bit more time. And I don't want to say sometimes undocumented time, 5-10 minutes here and there, but maybe they're clocking in 15 minutes early here and there, but that wouldn't be considered overtime in this state. So that's one thing that you can do. Obviously, with the monthly savings of $4,000. Sorry. Times 12. That is a $51,000 amount that you are saving. So, if you were to say, let's say we give Sarah kind of additional duties and we bump that pay up, we could increase her pay by $20,000 and you would still save. So sorry. $31,000. Okay. It is important that we do invest back into the employees. Okay. And I think that you should really consider the duties and performance when thinking about this. Obviously, these are decisions that we cannot force you to make. These are simply things to think about. You are contractually obligated to cancel 7 UPS accounts, though. Okay. You do have a bit of free will in this relationship, but there are certain things that if you don't follow through, it kind of makes us look bad. Okay. Yeah. So that is definitely something to consider. I will be having a report written up, and I will star the things that are necessary and the things that you can decide for yourself and potentially discuss with your team. Okay. Now I do see there is I saw it on this report why you have a separate QuickBooks account for these. Yes, I did find them. It wasn't easy. I do have questions. You have a daily purchase of 5 chimichangas. Yes, from the local restaurant right down the street. That is being put here. Is this a business lunch? No. But we are documenting it as a business purchase. So I'm going to go ahead and star that. You need to stop putting the chimichangas in QuickBooks, okay? And I will make sure that my assistant notates that. We will legally come after you if you don't stop. Okay, so if we are factoring in those savings, now these are monthly savings as well. We are going to tally up how much we are saving. So we are up to $7,151.80 in monthly savings by doing those things. So I know that you said you like to buy lunch for certain employees. Obviously, there are 3 employees that you are not buying lunch for, which can create a little bit of animosity in the workplace, but what you can do is, if you are worried about some employees being able to purchase a chimichanga with their own money, you can increase their pay by a chimichanga's worth, a daily chimichanga. You are avoiding internal conflict. There is space in the budget to increase their pay, and you don't need to mention this is chimichanga money. In fact, I would not say that it's chimichanga money. I would say this is an adjustment that has been made due to inflation. Okay, that's usually what we recommend. Inflation. Do you know what that is? Okay. We're gonna sign you up for a course, okay? No worries. Yeah, inflation has been on the decline, but you haven't adjusted in so long. I think that this is definitely going to be reasonable. I don't think anyone will question why you're paying them $40 a month extra. Okay, and if they want to buy chimichangas, they can. If they want to buy something else for lunch, they also can. As far as the 3 employees that you have not been buying chimichangas for, I suggest you give them that increase as well. And once again, that is in the budget, so potentially, if I refer back here, it's going to be calculated. There we go. Now, I see this receipt, funny enough, is from a business competitor of yours. Is there a reason that we are purchasing goods from a competitor? Okay. Interesting. Help me understand this reason. Explain it to me. As if I were 5. Okay. I'm going to add a note here. To investigate legitimacy. So you believe that this is not a legitimate business. Okay. We can definitely look into that. I don't believe there's much weight to your claim. I do recommend that you stop purchasing from them. Alright. So I also see from this report that currently your business is profitable by 15%. You're making a 15% profit off of all of your expenses when it comes to paying employees, buying what you need to buy to keep the business going, that sort of thing. At the end of the day, you have made a 15% profit. Not bad. We definitely want to beef that up, okay? And I can guarantee you that we will have that to at least 25% in about 2 to 3 quarters, okay? Okay. I am asking for a little bit of trust. I'm not asking for a big leap of faith. I do have the numbers to back this up. Okay. Something I also wanted to mention, that your Google ad is coming out to $2,000 a month. Okay. Now, off of our analytics, you are getting roughly 5 hits off of that ad a month. Do you feel that it is absolutely necessary to continue with that Google ad? Okay. And I do see that the one Google ad you have only appears when your competitor, when their company name is searched, and it comes up ahead of theirs. So, as it is taking business away from them, I will leave that up to you. Okay. Alrighty. Do you know if they are aware of this? Okay. I will look into that. Sorry. I do have an office cat, and she is getting a little bit restless with this meeting. Okay. Excuse me. I'm going to grab her. Come here. So, let's see, I usually have her kind of smell the reports and the notes, and she also lets me know if she approves. She's very good with money. She is a tortoiseshell cat, and they bring good fortune. Do you give your stamp of approval? I think she doesn't like the report. I think that's the issue here. So we're gonna fix that, okay? Okay. Alrighty. So here, 1, 2, 3. And we discussed the Google ads. That's something that my boss really wanted to get some clarification on when it came to your account. I am going to go ahead and scan these receipts. I know you said this was a month's worth of receipts. The dates aren't necessarily matching up, so I'm going to need a little bit more transparency. But we will work on building our business, our trust, our communication, and I will also talk about payment. Okay, so if your projected savings with pay increases to employees and our rate for the foreseeable future is going to be 0.5% of whatever increases that you see in your business. That is long term. That's all that we ask. In the beginning, while you are not seeing profits go up, we have a flat rate fee, and I will just kind of show that to you right here. So that will be due in 14 business days, but if you quickly implement the things that I have mentioned out here, even with our flat rate, you will still save roughly $20,000 a month. Okay, alrighty. We can begin to review employee pay next time you come here. And I am seeing that you are obviously the highest paid employee, so we will also be discussing that, okay? It's just that we don't really recommend that there's that much of a gap in pay between your lowest paid employee and the highest paid employee. Okay. There is always a little bit of money that we can be reinvesting into ourselves. That's what we believe for long-term sustainability. Okay. Alrighty, well, I have everything here. I have your report. Did you want that back? I will keep it. And your books here. I will be seeing you next time, okay? Alrighty. Bye-bye. It was good to meet you.